Hey guys, it's Glenn from Glenn'sCarCollection.com. Sitting in traffic here, going home, so I figured I'd give you a couple quick vlogs here. I was going to do this when I got home, but with all this traffic, I don't think I'm going to be home anytime soon. So I just want to give you an update. Obviously, I asked you in the last video for you guys to decide whether it's worth it for me to get to the M2 competition. So I actually put a poll on one of the BMW forums. We'll also take the answers in the comments below in that video that I posted the other day. And also you can email me, and then I'll take the total votes from all three of those, and then we'll decide if I'm getting it or not. I finalized all my options on the car, so just waiting for the order to be released and be built. So I'm either getting it or I'm not getting it. So when you vote, keep in mind, you know, if I didn't already own an M2, I think it'd be so worth it to get the M2 competition. You get the bigger engine from the S55. I'm going to assume that BMW is going to fix the sound now that the M3's been out for a few years. I think BMW will make this S55 engine sound better. That's just my theory. So I'm going to assume that the engine will sound better. But your vote is really my particular situation. So it's going to be my M2, whether I trade it in or sell privately, my M2 plus 20 grand to equal the M2 competition, because remember, I'm going to have to pay sales tax. If I trade it in, I save some of that. I'm also going to have to pay you know, tax on the difference. So in New Jersey, we have a 7 going over a bridge here, so it's very bumpy. Sales taxes was 7%. They lowered it out, I think, 6.625. So for example, if you traded your car in for $50,000, you know, it's basically a $3,000 tax savings. So if I sold my M2 privately, you know, rather than trade it in, I get whatever they give me on the trade-in will essentially be plus $3,000 more than if I sold it privately because of the tax saving. New Jersey only paid tax on the difference. So say, for example, I traded my car in for 40-something, say low 40s or whatever, it would probably be equal to like 45 on a private sale because of that extra $3,000. And then say my new car was 60 grand, that's a $15,000 difference, or 18. And then once you add in the sales tax on that extra 15, plus, you know, registration fees and stuff like that, realistically it's 20 grand. And if I sell it myself, maybe I get high 40s, and I spec'd out a car that was $61,600. I'll get more into that in another video. But then, you know, if I sell privately, then I'm paying that 6.65% or whatever the exact tax number is on that whole $60,000. So either way, whether I sell it privately or trade it in, it's my car plus 20 grand. So is upgrading, if you already own an M2 like me, and I have a low mileage car with like 10,600 miles here, does it make sense? For 40 horsepower, I like the fact that it has the S55 engine. Again, I'm assuming that BMW fixes that terrible sound. And is it worth it? Performance-wise, it's only 40 horsepower and 1/10 of a second, 0 to 60. Now, maybe some of that could be traction, you know, because you have more horsepower and torque. But, you know, I could tune this car, put a nice exhaust on it and tune it, and keep, you know, 18 grand in the bank, right? So does it make sense to do my situation? And that's what I'm asking you to vote. So not is the M2 competition worth it? Is it for me to do it when I already own an M2? So should an M2 owner, you know, lose 20K and upgrade to the competition? Not sure if it's worth it. I'm really on the fence. I think you can always justify something in the car world. So I could justify doing it, but I don't really know if that makes the most sense because I already have an M2. And I already have a low mileage M2 that's, you know, perfect condition, no problem. So maybe it's kind of dumb. I'm the original owner to give that up, you know, just for the latest and greatest. Because there'll always be a latest and greatest. Remember, there's going to be an M2 GTS, there may be an M2 Grand Coupe, there may be an M2 CSL. So even if I bite the bullet and spend the money on the M2 competition, you know, in 2 years there's going to be something bigger and better, and then it's like an endless cycle. And those cars are going to depreciate. Maybe the smart move is I wait a couple years, 2 years, and then the difference between a 16 M2 and an M2 competition on the used market is maybe only 10K. And then maybe it's worth the upgrade for 10K, you know, depending how many, just a loud Harley, that's what you hear. So vote below. I'm still counting the votes. You know, we'll give it another week or so, so keep going back to that original video. If you missed that original video, watch it. If you can't find it or whatever reason, you can leave your vote below. You can also email me at glenscarcollection@gmail.com, and I'll take the forum results also, and we'll add it all together, and I'll give you the results. Thanks again for watching, guys. Hope you have a great night, and remember, we post new videos every Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Thanks again for watching. Remember, like, share, subscribe, and leave that comment below. Thanks, guys. Take care.